Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. And the Golden Bears will put it away to start the game. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So UCLA's offense will take the field first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Trying to left side. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Thanks to grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Bruins are marching down the field. Wilson will throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your olds.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
They'll go to the ground. Makes his man miss. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
This crowd knows when to bring it. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Wilson to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man in the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Bruins can really attack on this 2nd and short. On the run, it's Gaines. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. They had a fantastic offseason, #1 recruiting class in the country, but with that comes a little pressure. So how much pressure is on this class?
Lots of pressure, no question about it, but I think we're in an era of college football where you're seeing more and more true freshmen see the field early and have impacts early and make plays. Think about Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State during their national championship season. These kids are ready to go, and I'll tell you, there's a lot of fans, David, really excited to see what they can do.
Pressure is a privilege. Like when you get elite talent, that's what you're starting to do. Hey, bring them in, develop them, understand, like that's part of the process that goes with it, but you've been working for this moment. This is what you wanted for the last several years and you developing towards. Now you get a chance to go prove who you are.
Caught in the backfield, it's Ware. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
The RPO, it's complete. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. The Golden Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. And the Golden Bears will snap it on 1st and 10.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to link up the first. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation of what play to dial up.
Defense needs to regroup.
Man, I hate them when they start doing that you got to pay the computer for a game. Yo, they don't be realizing motherfucking game be cheap. Swear, dude.
Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Fucking, we missed every fucking angle. Like, come on, yeah.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Finds his big tight end. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. The Golden Bears had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cal!
And after starting the season over,
Probably.
this offense felt like
I ain't playing no more computer games after this shit.
First game, but so far
Probably gotta play the full
they're
game.
taking
About
advantage.
that.
QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Florida sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in the swamp. That's how much they took that.
Yo, watch this shit. Just watch how whatever play I pick, how they just own
all
it.
week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Got 3 yards.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives.
Oh, he's got some space. What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds, and a perfect way to wrap up the 1st quarter. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line.
The computer is 100%. Make every read.
The second and get this game rolling again. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Looking for room. It's gained. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the run. Got enough for the 1st. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And the Bruins are flying down the field. Leaves it with the running back. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense.
Defensive ball.
The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They've had a really productive 1st half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Brown will throw it quickly to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And the Golden Bears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying play action. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bray. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Golden Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Bring in the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups where you see, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
Well, this offense, they started the drive with great field position. They're being methodical here. They're not hitting the home run necessarily and scoring these big explosive touchdowns, but they're getting third down conversions. They're staying on the field. They do a nice job there running the football. They look like they're in control. That's a good sign.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. They're working that left side. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to...
Breaks into the open. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
You'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Using his feet to buy time. Creates a little room. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
This is what's so hard as a defense, trying to stop this dual threat quarterback. Because on the previous play, he hurt you with his arm. And then on this one, he hurts you with his feet. They're going to have to do a better job of getting pressure on him, making him get rid of the football or go down with it. Because his speed and his arm talent right now is a problem.
Might as well give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got it in the middle, it's Clark. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at 34. quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The Bruins looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Might be changing the route. Rush is on him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. Wants to fire on second down. Puts it out of the air. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Using his feet. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And maybe the other... And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. South Carolina is ahead in Columbia, but that's not exactly George Rogers out there scoring touchdowns. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over North Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. They're dealing with a second and long.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sweeney. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Golden Bears will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of...
There he goes! He's now up to 71 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback keeper. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. And the Bruins in the hurry up. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds the tight end. Brought down at the 31, and it's a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Clark. Going for the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards and then stop that clock.
Wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Caught behind the line. It's Lawson. Touchdown, Bruin! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Running back searching for a hole. Quick spin on the ride. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is
turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Golden Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off the play fake. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And the third down pass is incomplete. And the Golden Bears will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Shaw. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
They'll go back to the ground. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Clark. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a 1st down like they did there.
And the Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run play action. Catch in the middle, hits off. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
That's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Fires into the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Wideout trying to get it in. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA.
When you get down here in the red zone, when you get close to the end zone, and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back. He does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Got it behind the line. It's Ware. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Brown wants to pass. He's got it. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun. Give on the inside. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive lineman, you see these
Famous
guys
Nally.
rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to
What's wrong,
snatch
Scott?
the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
KD,
The Bruins are at the line
KD,
looking to convert
this
on
nigga's in here
third.
snoring.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Snagged in the middle. It's Clark. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. New set of downs after the completion. Give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He makes a grab, and he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Looking for a push on fourth down. Touchdown, Bruins! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they were handed a golden opportunity. Drive covers 25 yards. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Golden Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Brown will throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Sweeney. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
KD,
1 quarter to go.
X can you use some medicine?
The makings of a classic fourth quarter finish.
X can she get used to medicine? Crazy.
After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Golden Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. Takes it on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Ready to fire from the pistol. On the run, it's Gaines. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the W.
To the air on second down. On the run, still looking. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. And the Bruins send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Got room to work. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Brown wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Bray. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Firing to the right, complete. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. The Golden Bears look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Toner. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. They'll throw it from the red zone. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
I'll tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver, they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. He's up to 107 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. The offense comes out 1st and 10 from the 11. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
The Bruins are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. 3rd down play from the gun. Grab near the marker. It's Lawson. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Pulls it in. It's Gaines. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Bruins come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. A run for the quarterback. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
The Bruins come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. This is a designed run. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are...
Oh, he's got some space. Just outside the red zone. If they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22. The Bruins started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
Got it in the middle. It's Gaines. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
This is a money play on 3rd and goal. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead of 14 in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
Well, they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
Yay!
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Brown will throw it. Find space on the right. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. That's reeled in. It's Sweeney. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. We waited so long.